Hello and welcome. What is going on in Kenya? So, 2 years ago, the president of Kenya, William Ruto, won the elections. It wasn't by a landslide, but people were happy because he was also popular amongst the youth. The Kenyans were hopeful that things were going to change in Kenya. The new guy, the underdog, made it to power, and there was hope in the air. And even Ruto had a different way of talking or saying things, and people were just so happy to have him lead the country forward. Even Ruto said, thank the people of Kenya for voting for him as the next leader of the country in his first speech after being announced the winner of the election. In this election, there are no losers. This is Ruto saying, the people of Kenya have won because we have raised the political bar. The people of Kenya are the biggest winners, he said. He expressed his gratitude to Kenyan citizens. He refused to be boxed into tribal cocoons. He also thanked his competitor, the veteran opposition leader Raila Odinga, and said, we dwelled on issues and tried to sell an agenda to the people of Kenya during the campaign. It was God that brought us here. My team and I will make sure that the sacrifices made by many Kenyans is not in vain. I will run a transparent, open, democratic government, and I will work with opposition to the extent that they provide oversight over my administration.
Your experience and lessons learned should form the basis for your leadership journey going into the future. We have all therefore emerged out of this contest stronger, more united, and alive to the issues that are common to all of us. We should remain conscious that we have all been elected to work together in ensuring that our children go to school, our people have food and decent health care, and our young people have jobs, and our workers have dignified livelihoods. For we believe strongly that every hustle matters. Dreams and ambitions live in the hearts of Kenyans who struggle daily against daunting odds, often with nothing except stubborn hope.
That was the president of Kenya, the first speech that he addressed immediately after he had announced the winner. And people were just so optimistic. That's the word. Yeah, people were so happy. But today, Kenyans are celebrating Ibrahim Traore more than they're celebrating Ruto. What went wrong? What's going on out there in Kenya? It turns out that Ruto didn't just let the people down. He even went even further to try to silence the people who were trying to raise concerns to his government. And it's getting worse and worse. So the anti-government protesters in Kenya have turned to the streets, stepping up demands for William Ruto to resign. These are the young people that are these are the same young people that were happy that Ruto is becoming the president of Kenya, and they were so excited for him. And immediately after that, after I think this was this year, 2024. Wow, this is 2025. Time flies. The young people in Kenya have already had enough before 2 years. I'm saying all this to say it's kind of like a repetitive thing that happens in African politics. A new leader comes up, people are voting him. There's lots of excitement, lots of things that are being overlooked, and then something like this happens because um, when a crowd carried the body of demonstrator killed on Tuesday in Katengela in southern Nairobi to the nearby police station. The police force has commented on the man's death. The protesters chanted, Ruto must go, lit fires on the road, and threw stones as they clashed with the police. This is the BBC reporting what was going on the ground then. There's just lots of excitement when a new president is coming in, especially when the president is popular amongst the young people. It's almost as if we just forget where we are. And during the campaign, we don't press them into issues that are already there in our. It happens all over African continent. It happens all over the continent whenever there's elections coming up. The most popular president that is most likely to win, they just kind of celebrate it and not ask questions before they get to the office. It's only when they get to the office then we're like, oh, yo, pay up, and then things change. Uh, there's a lot of excitement around our president. There's a lot of excitement around the president of Ghana right now. Um, People are just excited that it's a new government, it's a new political party altogether that comes to power. Happens as well in Botswana, by the way. So, why are we doing this over and over again? Young Africans, it's been happening. People just get excited because of the new charismatic leader who's more familiar with us and saying the key points that we want. We just get too excited. And then they get to the office, they don't do much. They don't change anything. They just follow the same exact pattern. The things are just as slow to happen when they promise that it's gonna be new developments coming. The new developments are just coming as slow as the former political. Well, like, what is going on with the political spaces in Africa? I feel like there's always this overexcitement that makes these new leaders that are coming to power to just take advantage of that. It's happening right now with the president of Burkina Faso. Even though there's so many other wrong things that are going on in Burkina Faso, just because the president of Burkina Faso can say all these nice words and make people feel good, it's kind of like other things don't matter. Other struggles don't matter. People don't have jobs and food and shelter, and there's still extremists running the country, some parts of the country. But that does not matter. The excitement of what he says, whenever he says things, people even go to the extent of calling him the Messiah, which is like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the excitement that we see amongst young Africans whenever there's a new leader coming in. And then down the line, it's like you cannot hold them accountable because of all the excitement that overshadowed everything that we might have questioned before they even occupy the office of the president. This is what is happening right now in Kenya. It's been going on. Uh, and Kenyans, it doesn't seem like they are going to be happy with Ruto anytime soon. Every time there is a Ruto mentioned, either on social media, you see comments from Kenya saying, you know, uh, this is it. He must go. He must go. So there's police brutality also in Kenya that people are worried about. There is a lot of just a lot of concerns that people are trying to voice out, knowing that the leader was for them during the campaign and he was like the underdog, somebody who started from the bottom and now they are up there. You would think people are now finally they have somebody who is familiar with their struggles in the office and they are going to swiftly take care of the problems. And it seems like the problems are just persisting: lack of jobs, uh, security issues, and just like overall abuses that are happening among the police force. I think we must learn something as young Africans to just not be overexcited around politics or leaders, because at the end of the day, leaders do not really satisfy what our dreams are, especially in Africa. You would think countries that are so successful like Kenya would have uh, an exemplary leadership for the continent. And it seems like, from what I gather, what I see on the internet, a lot of young Kenyans are not happy with their leader right now. And they were really happy with him when he was announced the winner. So I guess overall, the takeaway is like minimize your excitement before the election so that your judgment is not clouded by just the excitement of who the person is saying and how they are saying things. That's it for today. I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye.